Good morning. Happy Monday. It is Erica with Holy Rustic and Redheaded Princess Designs. And we are here today to unbox this month's Tiered Tray Club. This is a wagon box, but that's okay. Inside is the tiered tray stuff. And paint it together. So come in, say hey. Let me know how your Monday is going. So our Tiered Tray Club is our monthly, one of our monthly subscriptions, where you're gonna get a tiered tray kit each month. So this goes with our wagon club. We always make sure they go together. So they go together each month, and you can display them on your tiered tray and have a cute little decorative piece for your home. So say hey, let me know how your Monday is going. This month's theme is apples. This one is all apple cider stuff. So we've got all of our pieces here. We did the wagon last week. I was looking for the pieces. I don't see them sitting here. But the wagon and the Tiered Tray Club always go together. Inside of your Tiered Tray Club box, you're going to find all of your pieces for your Tiered Tray Club. You're going to get a picture that shows you how you could paint it. And you're going to get glue. You're going to get your paint kit. You're going to get a makeup sponge for painting small pieces. And you're going to receive a 20% off coupon that you can use on any of our tiered tray products. So let's pull these pieces apart and get started. And I did not bring the inspirational picture in here. So we're just going to do whatever feels right this morning, and it may or may not look exactly like the one that we painted previously. So say hey, let me know how your Monday's going. It was a busy weekend around here. On Saturday we had art near Speed Park. We did a wagon wheel door hanger there. They turned out so cute. Has sunflowers on it. It is actually one of our interchangeable pieces. And then I came home and worked on cutting orders most of the morning / afternoon that I had left. I took the kiddo down to Sellersburg Celebrates for a little while on Saturday evening. He wanted to hang out with his friends. So we went down there for a little while. We weren't there for very long. It was hot, y'all. I was really loving the cool weather we had last week, and I am not a fan of this week's forecast. It's supposed to be very, very warm this week. Not my favorite. I was ready for fall. Was not ready for whatever we got going on here. It is warm, warm, warm. So let me know how the weather is where you are. It's supposed to be like 100 degrees again this week. Don't love that. I like the warmer weather. I'm gonna get this done here. I have about 60 packages ready that need to run out to the post office when they open, which they don't open till 9. And then I'm gonna come home and work on some more orders. So we are partnering with my friend Karen, who owns Over the Artsy Moon, and she is doing her fall paint class online. And so we are cutting door hangers for her, which is why we have so many orders to get out. so there's this little cutting board that gets an apple and it says fresh. So I did that in that tan color. A little apple cider jug. I mixed a little bit of the tan with red clay here. Like I said, I thought I had the inspirational picture sitting here on the table. If it's here, I don't see it. So we're just gonna go with whatever we want this morning, and then we'll see. So it may not look exactly like the picture. That's okay. That's the great thing about these pieces is you can paint them however you want. You don't have to follow the picture. We give you a picture, so you've got a little inspiration, and then you can use whatever colors you want, whatever paints you have at home. You don't have to follow those exactly. I'm getting a little wild here, and I need to be careful because some of these pieces are not 3D, some of my words here. So if that happens to you and you start painting it too much, you can always take like something like this. This is a Cricut weeder tool, but something sharp, and just kind of clean the paint back out of the letters. When you're going over letters that are not 3D, you want to just either use the sponge to tap the paint on so that you don't press all of the paint down into the words, or you can very lightly go across with your brush. Either way will work just fine. So let's just coming back across here and pulling some of that paint out that I was getting a little excited, and I kind of got a little ahead of myself. All right, so there's that piece. I'm gonna take this sponge and I'm gonna well, let's do this piece first. Let's do this background in this same kind of khaki color. So see how if I just very lightly tap across these words, I do not press as much paint down into the etched lines, and that will save you from having to like repaint all your words. Show and tell for you. Okay, so you can see here, this is the one that I did with the sponge, and see how I just tapped the paint on, and I don't have very much paint pressed down into those words. And then this is the one I got a little crazy on, and I was pushing the paintbrush up here, and you can see I almost lost my words. I didn't. They're quite okay still, but if I had kept with that paintbrush, I definitely would have covered them up. So you're gonna want to use your makeup sponge anytime you're doing any words like that. The makeup sponge works really well for that. All right, let's come in with a little bit of this brown on our edges. So if you have a tier tray, these kits are great because it gives you a new little set of decor each month. And then you can always grab things from like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or wherever to kind of add to your decor and make it a little bit more your own. I've seen some tier trays that have lots and lots of decor on them, or sometimes, you know, you can do a little more minimalist and you don't have to add anything else to it. You can use just these pieces. So it's totally up to you, whatever kind of look that you like. We do have on our website a little tiered tray guide that kind of talks about how to decorate your tiered tray. So if you want that, you can click on the link and go grab that. It's free. You just click on the tiered tray link and it'll take you to our Tiered Tray Club page, and on there you can sign up and grab the link for how to decorate your tiered tray. It just gives you some tips on how to make it look more full, how to add greenery and other things that you can do to kind of enhance your tiered tray decor. Good morning, Opal. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of the brown around these edges as well. Get that kind of weathered look. I just take a tiny bit of paint on my sponge and I just really lightly come right around that edge and just tap, tap, tap. And it just gives us a nice little weathered look right around those edges. The same thing with our apple cider jug. That piece, and then we have this one as well. We might as well do it too. Really, the trick here is to not use very much paint at all and just keep a light, consistent pressure. And if you get too much, like I got a little much right here, you just come back and just tap some of that original color back in that space. We're just kind of blending it together. Okay. The other thing you can do is take a dry brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of this black. And we can just dry brush a little bit of black across here. This has the lines to kind of make it look like wood. So when you dry brush, you do not want very much paint on your brush. Just a tiny bit of paint, and I'm just going to come right across that piece very, very lightly, to just kind of give us a little bit of a weathered look. And I like to just pull right across that edge. That way, if I do have a little extra paint or more paint than I originally thought on my brush, it just kind of pulls across the edge there. Okay? So there are those pieces. Let's set those to the side. We have all of our words. So let's do, I think I want to do most of the words in black. All in black. Sometimes when you get your pieces, there may be little centers still stuck like on that E there from the laser. You can just take the end of a paintbrush or something and poke those back through. We try to get them all, but they do sometimes kind of still tend to stick in there. You don't want a ton of paint on here. You just want a little bit of paint, and you're just coming right across those letters and just tapping. Using the sponge keeps a bunch of paint from being pushed down into those little spaces, and it keeps it from looking messy. Anytime I teach a class and I bring sponges to use, people are always like, oh my gosh, can I paint the whole thing with this? And you could. But I do recommend painting your bigger pieces with a brush. And then saving that sponge for the smaller pieces. All right, there's all of those. Let's do the top of this jug with this black as well. Okay. We've got a whole bunch of apples to paint. So let's just pull all of our apple pieces up here. And here's the sponge. So when your sponge is, when you've used it, don't throw it away. You can let it dry, or if you need it right away, you can just do this right away too. But you're gonna take some scissors and you're just gonna clip that end off, and now you have a brand new sponge to use again. All right, let's get some red. We're gonna paint up our apples with red. Red tends to be pretty translucent, so you can either mix your base coat with a little bit of white, or I'm just adding a little bit of that tan color in here to just give my base coat a little more grab, so I don't have to do 100 coats of red. This week we've got our, I think we have just one class this week. So it is Thursday night. We are at Bear City Winery, and we are doing our cute little sunflower gnomes. They are adorable, and they're gonna be perfect for fall. We do still have spots available for those, so come on out and paint those with us. They really are very cute. And then I listed a whole bunch of October classes over the weekend. So go check those out because there's lots and lots of fun options for October. All right, we have the backs of our apples and this little ring that goes around the outside of our apples. And I think I want to do that in a slightly darker color. I'm trying to decide here. I don't see that I have a darker red sitting here. So I think we'll take some of that red clay that we were using and mix a tiny bit of red with it and use that as our darker color. Let's see if that's gonna work. That may not be dark enough. It's definitely not dark enough. All right, let's try a little bit of brown. And a pop. Let's see. It's still pretty much the same. What else do we have? Got some maroon here. Maybe we'll use that. That will be dark enough. Is our Tiered Tray Club box for the month of August. Tiered Tray Club is our monthly subscription for your tiered tray. If you have a tiered tray that you like to decorate, this is the perfect box for you. It is $25 a month. Each month you're going to get a different tiered tray set for you to decorate. It's a great deal because if you look on our website, our tiered trays on our website usually run, I think about $27. So it really is a great deal. And then you're also going to get, and these are exclusive to the club, so you can't just go buy these on the website. These kits are exclusive to the tiered tray club. You're also going to get, I try to include a little bonus item each month to go with your tiered tray. So like this month, we sent you a little rolling pin with some little red and white checked fabric tied on it. You are going to get a 20% off coupon that you can use each month for any of our tiered tray items. So you can use it to buy another tiered tray. You can use it to buy more kits, whatever you would like on the website there. And then you're going to get all the paint that you need to paint up your kit. You're going to get your little inspirational photo. You're going to get a makeup sponge, and you're going to get some glue. So it really is a great deal. All right, let's do the backs of our jugs here. Apple cider jugs in this khaki color. I've got some black on there. That's all right. We'll just blend it in. We'll be fine. And if you don't have a tiered tray, these also look really cute, like sitting on a mantle to make a little vignette of decor, or you can take these pieces and tie them to a wreath. There's so many things that you can do with tiered tray pieces that doesn't necessarily have to include a tiered tray. You could put them on a little shelf or a coffee bar. Lots of different ways to use them. So it's just a great way to change out your decor each month and kind of keep it fresh and new. All right, so there are those. And then we do have 2 leaves that we need to paint up green. All of my base coats, and then I assemble, and then I come back and do my little details. There's no real reason why I do that. It's just how I like to do things. So you can do whatever works best for you. Usually our tiered tray kits have 3 or 4 different signs, and sometimes they have a garland. And then we always like to try to include something extra in your box. So this month we included a little rolling pin with some ribbon tied around it. Super cute. And our tiered tray club coordinates really well with our wagon club. So we painted up our wagon club last week, and they go really well together. And the reason why I do that is because I like to display mine together. So I have a little shelf in our living room that we set our tiered tray on, and then I always set the wagon nearby so they just go together really nicely, and it creates a whole little section of decor. All right, let's find the glue. Here it is, and we can start gluing these pieces together. I don't know why the babies are like really screaming over there. I don't know what they're doing. They're fighting with each other or what? Okay, so here is our Farm Fresh apple cider sign. So it's going to get the words apple cider. When you put these together this month, there are 2 things that say apple cider, and one has words that are a little bit smaller, and one has words that are a little bit bigger. So you're just going to line them up with the etched lines. This sign here gets the slightly bigger words. You're gonna get a tiny bottle of E6000. Remember, you need just a dot, not a lot. Doesn't take very much glue to hold this together. If you get more than you need, like I just kind of did, you can just kind of run the pieces together. And now we have glue on both of these. All right, so apple cider. Let me know, do you like apple cider for fall? Are you an apple cider kind of person? Or do you like pumpkin spice? I don't really love pumpkin spice. I love the smell of it. I don't really like the taste of it. But I do love a nice warm caramel apple cider in the fall. It's delicious. All right, there's that. And we'll just set that to the side and we'll come back and we'll add some little highlights and stuff. But it looks so cute just like that. All right, and then we've got this piece here that gets a big apple and the little ring around the edge. We have fresh. Cute. All right, we've got our apple cider jug. Now notice I did not paint this back piece, and the reason why I did not is because all of this just gets stuff glued to it, so we're not even gonna see this back piece. So I wasn't concerned about painting it. Whenever I teach classes, I always tell people, like, if that's going to stress you out, go ahead and paint it, but I promise you're not going to see it when it's all said and done. So I'm the only person who knows that there's no paint underneath of there. Right. This is where the smaller apple cider goes. So it's going to go right there. There's our cute little apple cider jug. Okay. We have this sign here that says we press them. So you pick them, we press them for pressed apple cider. So cute. So we're gonna put our glue on our 3D words here. Apples on it, like this, right here. So we'll glue those down. The nice thing about E6000, and the reason why we like to use it, is because it does have a dry time, so you can kind of wiggle pieces around if you need to. And it also has an excellent hold, so these things are not going to go anywhere once that glue dries. You do want to let everything lay flat for a good 24 hours, but once it's dry, it's not going anywhere. And remember, you don't need much glue. All right, so we've got our little apple cider jugs, and they get a cute little apple on top. This is our little garland that we're gonna put on our tiered tray. There we go. And then our little apples. So these are also on the garland. So you can see they've got the little holes in the top, and you'll just thread your little jute or twine right through there. All right, and then a little bit more glue right here and right here. All right, let's add our details. Let's put this glue up. And we can add all of our little finishing details to this. So I like to glue everything down and then I come back and add all my little details. And you can do these little details with a paintbrush or even a paint pen. I like, where are they at? Posca paint pens. These work really well. This one doesn't have too terribly many pieces of wool, honestly. It does have a decent amount of pieces. The tiered tray kits always have a lot of little pieces. So I like those Posca pens, or I like, I don't see them sitting here, but Grabie, Grabie. They have some nice little fine point paint pens as well that you can use for the little details. I have seen people come in and go right over all these letters. I am not that patient, so I just like to try to make sure that when I'm painting that I don't get too crazy, and then I don't have to worry about it. We'll come in and we'll add some little highlights and stuff around. So let me know if you have any questions about our tiered tray club. Don't forget, you can use that link in the description. You can go grab our tiered tray guide. It does give you some tips and tricks on how you can up your tiered tray decor. So if you have a tiered tray at home and you're not sure how to decorate it and make it look full, go check that out because it does have some really cool tips and tricks. I created that just for you. And it is free. It's a free resource for you. So go grab that on our website. Lots of tricks about how to add greenery to your decor, how to make your tray look more full, where you can display your tiered tray pieces, if you don't have a tiered tray, all kinds of fun stuff. But this is our tiered tray club box for this month. It is a reoccurring subscription. You can cancel at any time. There's no commitment. If you sign up for this month, if you sign up by the end of August, you're going to get this month's box. So that's always a question because these are exclusive to the Tiered Tray Club. Sometimes people see them and they're like, but I want that one. And the only way you can get this exact kit is if you sign up before the end of the month. It's always a surprise what you're going to get. You do not know until I unbox it. And then your payment drafts the same day each month. And as soon as your payment comes out, then you will get the new kit. So I always start shipping around the 15th. And if your payment has already drafted, then you're going to get it then. If your payment hasn't yet pulled, then it will go out as soon as your payment pulls. And these do go really nicely with our Wagon Club, which is one of our other monthly subscription boxes. So you can create a whole little display with your tiered tray and your Wagon Club. I do love all the apples. I think they're so cute. They're not, I mean, they're fall, but it's not pumpkins. So I feel like it's kind of a nice little, like, if you're still hanging on to the last little bit of summer, these are a nice little piece without being super like, I'm ready for all things pumpkin, even though I am ready for all things pumpkin. All right, so there they are. So we've got 4 little sign type pieces this month, and then a little garland that's gonna go with it. So let me show you my tiered tray. So this is my tiered tray, so it still has our summer stuff on it. So we're gonna pull that off. And then when you go to decorate your tiered tray, I feel like the greenery helps fill everything up and just make it look a little more full. So having some kind of seasonal greenery really does help. And you can use something simple, like these are just little long, I don't even know what they're supposed to be, but just long pieces. This is what it looks like originally when you get it from the store. Oop, there we go. It's just long greenery. And then I just kind of took it and divided it in half and just kind of swished it around. Also, candle rings make really great greenery for tiered trays because you can just slide them right over the top. And then we sell these little mini easels that work really well for holding up your signs. So you can kind of tuck those in to your greenery. But the greenery is just going to help make your tiered tray look more full. And we'll tuck those in. And then once these are dry, I've got to let them lay here for about 24 hours. But once they're dry, then I can come in and kind of add these to my tiered tray to just give us a cute little decor. I've got it sitting on an angle here. Cute little decor piece for fall. So there is that. Again, you want to let those pieces lay flat for a good 24 hours so that your pieces don't move on you and that glue all dries. But then I'll decorate all that up and get it set up right up next to my wagon so that it's ready to go. So, Tiered Tray Club for the month. The theme is apples. Maybe I'll take a little piece of this burlap I've got sitting here and tie it right around this little cutting board. I think that'll look cute. I also love to use, because I have at least 2 years worth of tiered tray pieces, that I love to use these pieces on our coffee bar because they're not too big and I can create a whole little decor area right there on our coffee bar. And it's nice little seasonal decor. You can make these as simple or as complicated as you want. There it is with a cute little piece of burlap tied to the top. So let me know what questions you have about our Tiered Tray Club. I'll be happy to answer those for you. Be sure to check out the website and grab that free resource for you. It's our Tiered Tray Club guide that has all of the details about how you can up-level your tiered tray decor. Say that 5 times fast. I hope you're having an amazing Monday. If you want this kit, make sure you sign up for our Tiered Tray Club by the end of the month. Then you will get this kit in the mail here real soon. Have a great day, y'all, and I will talk to y'all real soon. Bye, y'all.